Nobody's in chat, so yep, you're
Nope.
live.
Nobody's in there.
Nope, you're live though. What's up, Pappy?
What's going on, Jerry? How you doing?
Doing pretty good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I appreciate you helping me co-host this thing.
No problem.
And so right now I'm in, what was it, Westchester, just north of Cincinnati. I think it's Westchester. Ha! But yeah, I'm here at
Cincinnati.
EnterTRAINment. What's that?
Cincinnati. Okay.
Yeah, north of Cincinnati. So this is EnterTRAINment Junction, and it is supposedly the world's largest G-scale layout. And we're going to take a tour.
Looks like there's
So I'll
people
start.
there already.
Well, right now there's also a doll show going on in the lobby and in the back room.
All right.
So might get a little crowded, not sure.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll get a few people in here. We'll start walking around the layout.
How's your weather today?
It's hot and sunny.
Yeah, it's like it is here. It's a 2-hour ride for you.
About 1:45, give or take traffic.
Hey, Schuylkill River, John. How you doing, boy?
There's John. How you doing, John? Now, right now I'm in the lobby, and they also have a.
Oh yeah, it kind of looks like a food court or something. Or
And right back here is, where'd it go? There's a hobby store right back here in the corner.
saying good.
It's pretty big.
Yeah. Looks like a pretty cool place. So this is all just one place.
Yeah, and right down this hallway back here is a fun house type maze for the kids.
Wow.
And go back there. It's pretty big.
Hey, Derail Darrell, what's up? Good morning.
How you doing, Daryl? Thanks for stopping in. All right, so according to the little brochure here, it is the world's largest indoor model train display, over 25,000 square feet, almost half a football field, 90 large-scale computerized locomotives, traveling through hundreds of scratch-built bridges, trestles, tunnels, mountains, and winding their way through handcrafted and amazingly detailed cities. Industrial areas, farmlands, coal mining towns meander through three distinct eras in U.S. history. From the earliest days of steam, railroading up through today's modern diesel locomotives. Interactive buttons and incredible detail will immerse you for hours. Entertainment, and you have to see it to believe it. So we're going to see it, and we're going to believe it. And like I said, it is G-scale. So it's pretty neat.
In My Finger Lakes Railroad layout, CSX GE ET 44AC. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, guys? Glad you could join us. I'm actually just going to start walking through.
Yeah.
We'll switch the camera.
Shrink me down or make me disappear, one or the other. So your screen is everything.
Well, we'll start with just shrinking you.
All right.
All right, so.
Try again.
Well, I wanted to switch the camera there.
Okay. Gotcha.
All right, layout.
There you go.
All right, so when we start in the building, you have, like I said, it's called Junction Hobbies and Toys. It's a pretty big hobby store. They got all the scales. It's pretty decent size. It goes back in there.
So it's everything in that store. It's not just trains.
Well, it starts out with some of the Brio stuff, but most of it is trains.
Oh, really?
But they got Brio, Lego. They've got G-scale. O scale, N scale, HO scale.
Thomas. Yeah. It's a pretty cool place.
And right now, like I said, there's a doll show going on right now, but they're also from now till the month of September 11th, they're having everything Thomas.
Yeah.
So some things will be Thomas themed. This is the entrance to the G scale layout.
Heath, it's Cincinnati, Ohio. I can't spell Cincinnati.
Hi, Heath. That is the entrance, the ticket booth. And if anybody wants me to hone in on something in particular, I'll stop and look at it.
They have a website. It's all G scale, Heath.
They do have a scavenger hunt that you get a piece of paper and they have things that you can look for.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I think they said throughout this entire layout is, I think 10 dinosaurs scattered out that you have to look for.
Do you win something?
I think it's just an interactive thing for the kids to do.
That's pretty neat. Keeps them interested. That's a cool trestle, though. That's pretty impressive.
I thought I read somewhere that there's 3,000 cars on this layout, like rail cars. And if this is glass, so if there's a glare, let me know. I'll try to get above it.
Nah, it's okay.
But yeah, like I said, they have interactive buttons that'll make certain things happen. Yeah, don't worry about me, sir. You have a nice day. We're live on YouTube, so it's going to happen.
Yeah, that's cool like that. Is there a commercial venture, or is it like Northlands and Choo Choo Barn where it has personal passion projects? It's like a fun center. There's like other things going on in this building. Is that the website for this place? EnterTRAINment?
EnterTRAINment Junction. I think the highest mountain in here is 16 feet tall. And they have a lot of their entrances shaped like actual railroad tunnels.
Right.
I was letting people go by me there. Now the lighting does change. It goes dark to light. So sometimes the areas might be dark and then the sun will come up.
Right. Yeah, Choo Choo Barn does that too. Yeah, that's pretty cool though. Do you know how long this place took to build?
I thought it was opened in 2009, but I don't know how long it took to build. I could be wrong. Maybe they started in 2009.
Yeah. I'm sure somewhere in the layout there's information about it, or on the web page. They have an about page, history, and all that other stuff. I put a link, so go check it out.
Like I said, if I'm going too fast, you want to see something, just tell me to go back. You want me to hone in on something?
What's up, Wigwag? I'll tell you, man, that the amount of trestles and stuff, they're pretty awesome.
They actually have real water in here, too. Let's see. And I know there's a couple boats that I've seen moving before. Yeah, there's a trestle right there with a train on it. They also have a model, I think it's Coney Island, upstairs.
There's like no way you could visit this place in one day and see everything.
Well, all the little details, that you would miss just running through it.
Yeah. I wonder if they change anything.
That I'm not sure, but that would be cool to find out. I'm not seeing anything different from the last time I was here. But like I said, the level of detail, they got stuff weathered, bricks, wood
Yeah, man, that's
trestles.
pretty awesome. Thanks, John. John posted uh, some information about when it was built.
Oh, thank you, John. Appreciate that.
Wigwag wants to know: is there a Shay locomotive? I don't know. I'm sure
Is there
there
a
is.
what?
A
Oh, a
Shay
Shay.
locomotive. Shay, yeah.
If it would be in this area. This is the steam era, and I will keep my eye out for it because I like Shays.
They got 90
Oops.
locomotives. I'm sure there is, Steven. Go visit it. Bring your grandson with you.
This one had some kind of noise. Can you guys hear any of the background sounds?
Yeah, no. Can't hear any background sounds.
A lot of it's just people talking. There's a lot of people in the background, but there's not really any train whistles or anything going on unless you hit a button. There's a fire up
Right.
there. So
I'm sure Pappy's like his phone switching over to different modes of what do you call that? Reception.
4G to 5G.
4G, 5G, no G's. So sometimes the picture isn't as great, but it's okay.
So it's going blurry.
It's a little bit, but there's nothing you can do about it. You can't really do nothing about it. Hey,
That's
Randall,
why I was
what's
trying
up?
to move a little slower.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know if slowness helps but I think it's just
Oh, there we go, right
part.
there. There you go, Wigwag. I missed it, but it's a Shay. Maybe it'll come back around.
Tell you, the rocks and mountains look really pretty good, man.
Oh yeah, they're amazing. Now, since the doll show is here, it's closed off for viewing. But supposedly part of Neil Young's traveling layout is in this building.
Oh, really?
But it's in the back room where the doll show is going on. They've got a curtain drawn where I think it was supposed to be.
That stinks.
Oh, I keep missing the shed. Oh, and I also keep kicking my tripod. This riverboat is really immense. I mean, it's huge.
Hey, Dwight.
I don't know if you can see that riverboat.
Yeah, I mean, if you're like within 2-3 hours of this place, you really need to go visit it.
That riverboat has to be every bit 4 feet long. It is huge.
Yeah, it's hard to get an idea of how big this stuff is, really.
That Shay keeps looping around, so I'm going to go back to it. See if I can get a better shot of it. And then I'll move on. Since Wigwag wants to see Shay. But
Hey,
this
plumber,
logging
what's up?
town, hello, Randall. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, an hour and 30 minutes. It's worth the trip over, probably. Especially if you've never been there.
Yeah, I said I show him a Shay and it's not coming back. Yeah, there's so many. I mean, animals, cows. I mean, there's an outhouse. Oh, there's a lot of detail. Looks like a storage building back there. Here's a climax.
Yeah, you're definitely going to have to
Oh,
do a video on this
there we,
place.
there we go, Wigwag. There's your shade. Is the screen still blurry?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, it is? Dang.
yep. Hi, Timothy. How you doing?
Thanks for joining, Timothy.
Yeah, you're definitely going to need to do a video.
Okay. That's not a problem.
How much is it to get into this place?
It is. Just to get into the layout was $16.95 per person.
Okay.
So not too expensive.
So I guess
Not
there's other
bad.
things. Uh, Daryl gave you a $20 super chat. Thanks, Daryl.
Oh, Daryl, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
So I guess there's like all different parts you got to pay to get into. All the
They have
different
packages.
Right, right,
There's also a child's play area, which is free in this section.
right.
This part of the layout area. So if you got younger ones, they can come play on things. Little kiddie rides.
Yeah, you're definitely spending a day there if you got kids.
And yeah, they have the craze maze thing in the background. There's also, I think, we're calling it a narrow gauge, but I think it's a 7.5-inch ride-on train for the kids.
It's in Cincinnati, Plumber. There's a link for the place.
Still blurry? Yeah.
Yep, still blurry.
Looks like if I stop for a minute, it clears up. Is that right?
I haven't noticed it. It could, but yeah, I don't notice it clearing up.
Well, I will definitely make a video, post it up after this. Kind of disappointing.
Well, don't be disappointed. It's just how it is. You can't, it's just how it is. I guess the only way to, I don't even think like having, yeah, I was going to say getting a hotspot, but a hotspot probably wouldn't. But still, if you're not getting 5G, you're not, or 4G, or 4G is better
That's
than
the thing.
5G right now, right?
It seems to be that way. I mean, 5G is supposed to be better, but
Yeah.
I've
Hey,
got full
A
bar on
and C
5G.
Railroad. What's up? A and C Railroad. Oh, that's Eric. Eric changed his name.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Eric, how you doing?
What's up,
Appreciate you
Eric?
stopping by. Like I said, these hallways are shaped like railroad tunnels. They're cool.
Yeah, that's pretty. That place is amazing.
Now we're moving into more modern area, switching into diesels and cities.
Wow, I don't think I've never seen a place like this before. Northlands. I've never been into Northlands, but I don't even think Northlands is like this.
Well, plus the fact of being G scale is just amazing.
Yeah, G scale
It's
is like
crazy.
gigantic. Yeah, it's like What is this place, like 80,000 square feet or something like that?
I think the whole complex is, but I'm
Okay.
thinking
The
the
train's a little
the
smaller.
uh, the train area is, I think, 26. Like, I think it says half the football field,
Right, right.
26,000 square feet, maybe.
So we got a trolley running around. Do they have like people walking around, like attendants or anything?
I seen a couple at the beginning, but I haven't seen any in the hallway here yet.
Yeah.
And all the buildings are detailed inside. There's a workshop here.
Eric, have you been to this place? Yeah, I think like yeah, this is pretty awesome because I don't even think it would be cool in HO, but it's way cooler in G scale.
There's a lot of detail.
Yeah. Nobody want to go. Yeah. Here goes the trolley. Yeah, the buildings and just everything is just so that's cool.
Fire station's pretty neat. I don't know if you can see it, but right up here is a round. I don't. It's a building. It's cool as hell, hanging off the mountain.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Maybe I can get a different spot. There's a church hanging off. Yeah, it might be too far away in the camera, but right there's a church hanging over
Yeah,
the
we see
mountain.
something, but it's hard. Maybe you can see it in another area.
But it's got like details of. Oh, it's not a church. It's the white thing is a cable car.
Oh,
See
okay.
it now.
Like an incline.
Okay. It's actual cable. Maybe
Okay.
there's a button to push to make it run. We'll see when we get over there. Oh, there you go. Thomas is hiding out right there. One of Thomas's friends. They said everything Thomas till September 11th, so sure we'll see
So
some
they
of it.
probably just stick some stuff in there. It's nice that they make the kids look for things and
This says Ray Hughes, a man is a success when he has lived well, laughed off, and loved much. So he must have something to do with the place.
like how big you think that mountain is in front of you?
They said the tallest one is 16 feet tall.
Man.
So I'm not thinking this is the tallest one. That don't seem
Yeah.
16 feet. I think that one up over there is probably the 16 footer.
That would have been cool to see video of them building this place. How they went about it.
Now there is a package that you can buy here that takes you behind all this, behind the scenes. So you
Yeah,
can probably
Wayback
see the
said
back.
something about a first class package or something. First class is $189 for a family of four. I don't know what that gets you.
The house is built on the side of a hill.
It's just amazing, man, that everything is scratch built. It's not like you can go somewhere and buy all this stuff.
Right.
Except the track. Holy Christmas.
You're fine. You're fine.
What was it? What is that? Like a ferry boat coming through there? Oh my gosh.
Where?
No, I'm talking about that person that had that baby
Oh,
carriage that was like a tractor trailer.
yeah, it's a double stroller.
Yeah.
Now coming up
Yeah.
ahead, they also have a museum here that's pretty well laid out too. get another look at the city. I think what I'll do is I'll come back to the city. Got a line of people here, and we'll take a sneak peek through the tiny museum they have here.
So Daryl had a question: is there operators or trains on like JMRI? I think it's all computer controlled. So there's not people walking around with throttles, right?
Yeah, that's from what I read. It's all digitally controlled. And I haven't seen any operators anywhere.
Yeah.
But this gives, like down here, they're saying about certain types of engines on display. The 282 Mikado, 2 pilot wheels, 8 driving wheels, 2 trailing wheels. Gives information on when they were built. And it's got a couple of them. And then
Man,
it
their
shows it on
collection must be
display.
impressive. This is all G scale, man. You know those engines are not cheap.
No, not at all. Yeah, the glare on the glass is not helping. Of course, you know, you got the big boy.
Steven says, too bad there wasn't a train ride close by. I don't know if you mean like an excursion railroad or like a tourist railroad, but there's a train in there that you can ride, Steven. So this place sounds like it's a place that you're going to spend 3, 4
Yeah,
hours at.
you're
Yeah,
not just going to run through this place at all. You're going to stop and find every detail you can,
not a, yeah. You're going to be there for
which
a long time.
we cannot do today. But yes, there's a Greyhound bus station.
Especially if you can go behind the scenes and see things.
Yeah,
They
if you're
claim
willing to
be
buy
a
that package.
Is it bigger than Northlands? And you know, everybody claims to be big, Keith. I don't know. Who knows? You got to
Yeah,
go there to sit.
this says the world's largest G-scale layout.
Maybe at the So do any of those places like Northlands doesn't do G scale? Do they, Heath? Like that miniature Wonderland in Germany is supposed to be huge. So
That's like that's like the world over there. I mean, they got planes and everything taken off.
yeah, but this is G scale.
So they also have a video playing in here, but people are watching, so I don't want to actually disturb them too much. But there's a few other things on display. Got some old steam tractors in the case over there.
It's a corporate amusement layout, Daryl. I put a link to it. It's like it's definitely not a club.
Oh,
It's
this
like
place?
it's an entertainment place. You go there like I don't know, Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know what to tell
Yeah,
you.
exactly. You
Yeah,
pay and you play.
yeah, it's like Disneyland.
See, like this section alone, excuse me, you can stand right here in this one section and just keep looking.
Yeah, and find
Now you
stuff.
can't see it. Can't see it in the video, but there's people biking. There's people eating ice cream. All the way in the
Yeah,
back, the grocery delicatessen. They've got that building totally decked out. People sitting at chairs and tables and shopping. There's like a department store there. People buying things.
yeah.
They've
I
got
mean,
a
like
movie.
Eric says, he
Yeah,
loves the skyscrapers. Yeah, they're impressive.
yeah. I mean, and this red building's got to be every bit. I mean, if I had to guess, 6, 7 foot tall. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. You love to hear me talk or Pappy talk? I know you can click on the line. But yeah, it's just an entertainment joint. I mean, like, Choo Choo Barn is pretty cool, but Choo Choo Barn is like, nothing like this, man.
Choo
I've not
Choo
been to
Choo
Northlands, so I can't compare Northlands to this.
Choo Choo Barn's HO, isn't it?
Um, no, it's O, H
Oh, okay.
O, mostly O. Let's go. What's up, Dave? Crooked River.
Hey, Dave, how you doing? Thanks for stopping.
I've never been to
Thank-
Northland, so I can't compare North. To me, Northland's kind of just by looking at photos, it looks like fantasy type. This looks like more reality type
This is a
with
cool
some
setup.
fantasy.
It's like a life size display of the push rods and flywheels and the drivers and the steam engines. So you can see it's life size.
Yeah. I mean, they pack a lot of stuff in here for people. Something for
Well,
everybody.
yeah, because the adults are going to stop and want to read the museum part of it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things back there to read. So I just
And they
pushed
have
the
food
button
and
and it made.
they have food too, right?
Yeah, there's a food court out there. I
So
think the
like you're
sign said
going
it
there
closed.
all day. Yeah. I mean, you're spending $189 for four people. You're going to hang out there all day, right?
Okay, there it is. The button made the. I don't know if you can see it. The cable car is coming down.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I can kind of make it out back there. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
They're going to meet up right about
Is is that
now.
like that structure to the right of that where the cable car comes out? Is that like an overlook? Like
Oh, up
yeah,
here.
like for
Yeah, that's
people
where you
to
can. Yeah, you go up there and you'll look out over the whole layout, and there's Coney Island up there.
okay.
So you get to see Coney Island in scale model.
Man, I should have packed a lunch. What's up, Container Man? Where is this at? Cincinnati, Ohio.
Just
It's
yeah,
called
what I
EnterTRAINment. Am I right? Is it in
and,
Cincinnati?
yeah, it's just above. People say Cincinnati. It's just little north of Cincinnati, close to Kings Island amusement park.
Westchester, Ohio.
That's it, Westchester.
Westchester,
Now
Ohio.
here's of course me and Tammy's favorite part, the
Drive-in,
drive-in.
huh? Yeah.
This one is the Starlight Drive-in.
Yeah, WKLP. K WKRP, not
Cincinnati.
LP. It's RP.
But see, they even did way up there. I don't know if you can see stuff.
Yeah, I see it up
They've
there.
got models, houses. It's like San Francisco or something up there.
But you
Bunch of
can't
row
walk up there.
houses. Not that section. It's just like a shelf.
Yeah, I got you. Man, I can't imagine that this place had to take years to do this layout.
Another section of the museum portion. And a lot of things have buttons you can push. Play a game, like watch a video, or
Yeah.
there is a lot of interactive buttons on the layout that kids can play with to make a train move or the trolley move. Or
Would you say things like that are kid height? Is
Yeah, let
it
me give you
kid
an example.
friendly and seeing things?
Yeah, can you see
Like
that
I
little
see
boy
that
right
little,
there?
I see that little boy. Oh, okay, they got like little ledges that they could stand on.
Yeah, so they can peek up, and then the buttons are right at his hand
Oh,
level.
that's cool. Yeah. Okay.
And like this is
So
the
they really
speaker.
right. Yeah. Oh, it's a pretty awesome place.
All right, what's the screen look like right now? Is it blurry?
Nah, yeah.
Well, I'm going to go up these steps, and when I tested it, it did not like it.
Okay.
So I hope we don't lose the screen. 'Cause up here is Coney Island and overlook of the layout.
Yeah.
So the city we just walked through, with an overlook of all that. Then we come over to Coney Island. They got an operating roller coaster.
Wow. Is that all G scale too?
And look, yes, it is. Just gonna say, I just seen the
Yeah.
train go by.
Man, that roller coaster must have took a long time to. I can't. Man, this place is crazy.
And it's all wooden sticks. So that roller
Yeah.
coaster is not plastic or it's all wooden
Right.
construction. And it goes way out there.
Does it operate?
Yeah, I think you got to push a button here. Let me see. It's called the Shooting Star, the park signature ride. There it goes. I don't know if you can see it. See the
Uh,
train going up it?
no.
It's right about here.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Let's see if I can get it going down the hill.
Man. Just when you think you saw something really awesome, you find something else that's even awesomer.
Yeah, trolleys going all around the park.
I hear the music playing, like the Coney
Okay,
Island
good.
stuff. Yeah.
So we'll walk this way.
Man, they sure did pack a lot of stuff into this place. Looks like the Six Flag roller coaster in California. Could be.
Well, we've got a train going around the pond there. I don't know if you can see that right there.
Hey, if you guys go to that website, you can get a job here. They're looking for people. Just saying. Click the careers tab.
Even the sky ride works. I don't know if you can see that right there. Man, this is the side we haven't seen yet, but this roundhouse down here is pretty cool. And then over there is glass to look out the spots that we've already walked past. Might be a glare on it though.
don't know, Eric. This would be a pretty awesome job.
I would think so.
Yeah. Be like working at Disneyland, but for trains.
I don't know if you can see that barn right there, but it says Sea
That's
Rock City.
nah, it's tiny.
This is a big waterfall. Is it? This one was hard to see from over there. I mean, you can't really see that waterfall from anywhere down there. But like I said, it's real water. And that's where that riverboat was. And there was a boat moving back and forth over there. But that little barn is Sea Rock City. And that Sea Rock City is a place in, I think it's on the border of Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee, and Georgia.
Oh
And it's a
really?
place that dude built all out of rocks. And he's got trails and things. And every time you travel down south, you'll see billboards and barns painted with Sea Rock City for probably 100 miles each direction. So it's kind of funny they have one sitting here, Sea Rock City.
Hey, trackside Mike, what's up?
Hey, Mike, thanks for joining.
Yeah, so I don't. What do you got? I don't know how many people are in chat, but mm,
All right, we'll head back downstairs.
17 people in chat.
Oh, cool. Appreciate y'all coming, checking this out. A nice shot of Coney Island.
Yeah, your signal up there is no different than it was down below.
Yeah, it switched to 4G up here, and when I hit the
Yeah.
steps, it drops down to 3. It got all crazy on me.
The only perfect place so far that you've had your video was off your live in the beginning. Yeah, sorry.
Well,
Just how it is,
I'm just
man.
glad it's showing something.
Yeah. So I'm sure Pappy's going to do a video of this place. So you're just going to have to watch the video if you want to see better detail. It's like dual track and
I mean, it's not so you're not seeing any of it, are you? Is it?
you're breaking up kind of. What did you say?
The screen's not so blurry that you're not being able to see any of it, is it?
No, you can see things. It's just like looks like you need glasses. That's all.
Aw,
Yeah, it's not
shame.
like perfect. I mean, but you can make things out. Like, I've seen the train and the buildings. Is it like as clear as I'd like it to be? No, but it's not bad. Depends what your expectations are,
That's true.
right? Yeah, I mean, you can't ask. It's really hard to get a good live stream moving. Where you're constantly moving, and has nothing to do with you not being able to focus, your camera not being able to focus. It's just your reception and your internet. That's all it is.
There's a part of that as you're going by.
Like you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, slow your movements. Like you could stop, and how long are you going to sit there? Like Container Man says, slow your movements. You're not going to sit there for 5 minutes to kind of let the internet kind of work itself out. You'd be there for hours. You can't expect much. Even your streams aren't that great when you're live streaming driving down the road, Roy. It's just how it is. We don't have all day to think like a snail. Yeah, I mean, if you're within, if you're passing through Cincinnati, Westchester area, if you're 2 hours away, 3 hours away, I think it's going to be worth the trip. You're going to spend all day there.
Now we're moving into a more modern area,
Yeah,
more
big
modern city.
skyscrapers.
That one lit up building says Boeing and Alcoa.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, that must be like 20 some, 30 some floors or something. And those skyscrapers. Is that like the Space Needle back there?
Yeah. They used one of the iron column supports for the roof and made like a Space Needle. This interstate's kind of cool. For the road downtown.
Yeah. Just that bridge alone is pretty impressive.
Well, this building front right here is all glass. You can see all the rooms. People got TVs on, sitting eating dinner.
Wow. Yeah, you can't
Every
see it.
window has something in it.
Man. They must have like professional modelers building this stuff. Like guys like Boomer.
Oh, this glare is horrible.
Professional modelers building this stuff.
Yeah.
Because the detail is just like incredible. Yeah, it sure is. Container Man says G scale inside is very impressive. Yeah, it sure is.
So is it lagging at all?
No, like your audio is breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
It's just not clear, that's all.
Does it ever go clear?
No.
Like when I stop?
No. No. I don't think you could stop. You could sit there for a couple minutes and see, but a tiny bit, but not to where it makes a difference.
Okay.
What's up, Gus Hadley, the lunatic from Ardman? How you doing, man? So Pappy's in Westchester, Ohio, at EnterTRAINment Junction. Largest G-scale layout in Cincinnati, Ohio. How's that?
See, like right down here, they've got a picnic scene. And you can stare at it and see 1,000 different things. Bags of ice, caramel apples, coolers, dogs, cakes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
The fire.
I would say, like, if you're going to this place, get the backstage pass because that would be probably more interesting than seeing the layout. To me, it would.
Well, especially after you've seen, several layouts in your lifetime.
Yeah.
You never get to see the behind the scenes. It would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
How's it all supported?
Yeah, just how they made all this stuff, and it's not like you can get a Walters kit and put all this stuff together. I see the 3M building.
Yeah, that other side was Alcoa and Boeing. There's a subway down here. Yeah, the 3M building is full of elevators and some offices. There's people getting on and off the elevators.
Yeah.
Got modern era houses down here in front.
Yeah, a lot of work went into this layout, Trackside Mike. That's for sure. Yeah, it would be cool to talk to somebody.
These office buildings are crazy.
Yeah.
Cemetery.
Crooked Dave said you guys that are all close by should do a meetup there. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, this would be a good spot for a meet and greet. Good idea, Dave.
Is that like a building crane over there, that red thing?
Yeah. Yep. They got all the details in there.
It's like a building that's like being built.
Yeah, the one right in
The
front of
middle
me.
there? Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that whole thing's being built. There's the red crane.
Right.
Man, can't tell what that is. Building right there. It's highly detailed. I'm not seeing the sign that is though.
Is it
See,
finished
check
or is
those two. It's got these signs right. It's finished. It's got a walkway to it and everything. See, here's also they tell you, can you find all these things in this area? So that's cool for the kids.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what they do for Plumber says don't forget the dusters. I wonder what they do for things like that. Deck 75, hello. You're breaking up, Pappy, but we kind of hear you. Sort of. Yeah, you're breaking up. Can't hear you.
How about now? I'm back on.
Yeah.
Okay, well here's right here. But it says interesting facts.
Okay.
Am I still breaking up?
Oh, we lost him. Come back, Pappy. Yeah, I think he's probably like deep into that building and he's hard to get a signal.
How about now?
Yeah, that's good there. What did you do?
Okay. It had to catch up. My screen went blank and was had the wheel of death.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
You're
sign right
probably
here says, go ahead.
go ahead. No, you go.
Sign right here says interesting facts. It says our train display is 25,000 square feet, more than half a football field, over 2 miles of track with 1 mile hidden inside the mountain, 58,000 square feet of spray foam costing $53,000, 19,687 gallons of scenic colored grasses costing $26,000,
Wow.
over 6,000 handmade trees, over 5,000 track solder joints. Train construction began in 2007 and opened for business in August of 2008. As of July 2009, over 50,000 man hours with 130 volunteers. The highest mountain is
Wow.
16 feet, 1,800 gallons of water with 3 storage tanks. Wow, that's a lot of water.
Yeah.
As of September 2009, over 15 miles of wire. As of September 2009, over 60 operating trains. When all tracks are computerized, there will be over 90 trains. 850-foot pathway to see the trains. Control panels that operate each track has over 20,000 soldering joints with 8,000 lines of programming, 130 pages to automatically operate multiple trains on the same track. Over 50 scratch-built bridges and trestles, and the entire display is being built to historically accurate for each time period.
So I wonder, like, what it doesn't say, like, is like, did they open and the whole place was done, or did they open and only part of it was done? They just keep adding to it. That would be an
That
interesting.
sign just keeps saying as of
Yeah,
2009, so they probably should
yeah,
update it.
yeah.
And this sign is a, did you know these celebrities are fans of model railroading? So we've got a lot of
Oh, cool.
celebrities out there that love model railroading. And it's funny because the last one is Neil Young. And as I said in the beginning, the traveling display is in the building somewhere, but it's blocked off of the door, I believe.
Right.
But yeah, there's quite a few names on here. Tim Allen's number 1 on the list, and Roseanne Barr, Claude. Let's see,
Really?
Tom Brokaw, Phil Collins. Yeah.
I didn't know Tim
Trying to
Allen
Johnny
was in the track.
Cash. Yeah. Gary
Huh.
Coleman, Phil
Yeah, I
Collins,
knew he was in the trains.
Joe
Rod
DiMaggio
Stewart on
like
that list?
trains.
Rod Stewart on that list?
I'm a looking. A lot of these people have passed on, but Walt Disney,
Yeah.
Rick Green, Whoopi Goldberg, Merle
I didn't
Haggard,
know she
Tom
was in the
Hanks,
train. Really?
David Hasselhoff, Elton John, Richard, Sally Jesse Raphael, Tom Schneider, Bruce Springsteen, Patrick Stewart, Rod Stewart,
Okay.
Donald Sutherland, and Mel Torme.
How about that?
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't see one on. Okay,
I don't know what to hear. Let's see.
I'm Don Younger.
Jerry, can you hear him?
No.
No. Okay, let's see when you switch up.
Well, anyway, I just offered that when it's appropriate, if you'd like to go inside the mountain and see it from the inside.
Yeah, that's all they've been talking about.
Why don't you want to finish doing it, and then afterwards,
Yes. How do I find you?
ask for Don in the gift shop
Okay.
when you go out.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think go back to the beginning. Pappy, go back to the beginning of the place where you got good internet to interview him or talk to him.
Well, what he just said, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're kind of choppy though, but go ahead, say it.
I'm going to stop for a second. What he just said is he is the owner
Okay.
and he is going to take me backstage and show me underneath.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
So I'm actually going to make my way to the end here, and hopefully we don't lose signal underneath.
Yeah, if you do, just make video. Maybe get Tammy rolling on that camera. Rolling on
She
her
is
camera.
talking to him. She's talking to him right now, getting some details. But yeah, he just came and offered. He saw what I was doing, and he's
That's pretty
offering to
neat.
take me backstage. See how all this went down.
And so you should talk to him about doing a meet and greet there.
Yeah, there's quite a few people in the area that could make it.
And like
Who
I
all do
said,
I have left? Go
Who
ahead.
all do you have left in here?
Yeah.
Pretty much everybody.
Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I just thought a lot of people would like to see this. And like I said, the live stream is one thing, but I'll definitely run back through and make a quick video of some, if you can see better, since it's not the greatest.
Yeah. Yeah, Roy, he's going to do a video of the place too. So
This part's just a big mountain crossing into the other. This is coming to the end. That trestle is crazy.
well, that trestle that you see in the beginning of the place, that's pretty impressive. Is that it?
No, this is looking out into the entrance of the building, to the lobby. Oh, that's the
So
lobby.
is that where you started your journey on the other side of that trestle?
Yeah, on the other. Yeah, that's the gift shop right there, and I started way over there. So this is a different trestle.
Okay. I need that trestle in my garage. Yeah, I don't have the room for it. That's a pretty impressive trestle there to the left.
I like the shape of that one.
Yeah.
Well, Tammy and Dawn is behind me talking up a storm on this place. So she's getting all kinds of information.
Yeah, Trackside Mike, it's definitely a place to visit.
So it looks like it went into nighttime again. Oh, this mountain's cool.
Yeah, it would be cool if they had cell boosters. Al said, I wish they had cell boosters in there. Yeah, I'm sure not many people are doing things like this in there.
We got CSX headquarters. Go ahead.
That's pretty cool. One of the bad things about on your end is you miss things videoing. making a video, you miss things that you wouldn't normally see because they're
Yeah.
just trying to catch everything, and you can't.
This is a CSX yard.
It's pretty cool that
Man,
they
look,
have all the different arrows and all. Look at that MyJack.
look at that.
That thing's huge. How's that intermodal
And it's
yard compared to you, Dave?
highly detailed too.
Yeah. That's what a G-scale
Okay.
intermodal yard looks like. That's
This
it, huh?
is the this is the end of the layout, but stay on here. Don is going to take us behind the scenes of this and see the inner workings.
Okay.
Let's see if I
just a
can. I'm going to
suggestion.
go ahead.
Here's a suggestion for you. Maybe get Tammy to video that on her phone.
Oh, yes, yes. I'm going to pull this microphone and see what happens. All right. Can you hear me, Jerry?
Yep, hear you fine.
Can you hear us good?
I hear you.
Okay. Is there a quieter place maybe in the gift shop?
We can go into the mountain if you'd like, if you want to do it now.
Yes. Did you hear any of that?
Yep.
So we're exiting through the gift shop, and he's going to take us inside the mountain.
Yeah.
This is Don. He is the owner.
Hi, Don. Thanks for taking us behind the scenes.
These videos
Here's the secret
We're
door.
going into the inner sanctum.
I saw there's a security code on that door, too. So.
Ooh, it's dark in here. So we are underneath EnterTRAINment Junction.
Stormy Sky Rails, what's up? Welcome.
Watch your head.
All righty, thank you.
Watch your head. Can I hear or not?
Can you hear him?
Yep.
Okay, he said yeah.
I'll just give you a brief rundown. We actually have 25,000 square feet of model railroading in G scale.
Get your light
And
on your face.
it's a 1/24 scale. We have 90 trains that are running throughout the layout through computers. It was built, you can see, with metal studs. We used over $50,000 of spray foam to make the mountains. And we have 2 miles of track. 1 mile of track is actually on the layout. 1 mile of track is inside the mountains that you don't see. And as we opened up, we opened in August of '08. I had the volunteers do the electronics. And I just told them to make it automated and do the best they can. And what we have is, if you look at these over here, these were the original panels. We had 47 of these panels operating the layout. It was actually done in a very old computer language, C++, and
Wow.
sort of outgrew it over time. One of the gentlemen that knew the language, that's what he knew, and so that's what we did it in. And after about 5 or 6 years, we graduated to doing a PLC system, and we actually now have 10 panels, which when you look at up behind you, these panels right here, they're actually PLCs. We have 10 of them, and there's 2 here that you can see with the green lights on, just to make it look pretty. But that's what's used in your cars for your airbags. They work in 1,000th of a second. And 10 of these panels are now doing everything on the actual layout as far as automation and running the trains and the items. Back in there is the repair shop for all of the trains. They're not meant to run 24 or to 7 days a week, 8 hours a day. So they are always constantly breaking, and that's where all the repairs are done back in there. You probably noticed on the video that we also have real water. So we had a real waterfall and a real water in the river. That's in that dark corner back there. And we have a tank just like these. We have 3 tanks, 2 here and 1 under the waterfall. And that's what holds the water at nighttime. So the water drains into the tanks, it's pulled back up, and then goes through the waterfall and the river. And so we do have actually real water going through the layout. When you go through here, you've already seen there's an early period, middle period, and a modern period. The early period is the 1860s to the 1900s. The middle period is 1940s and 50s, along with Coney Island, the amusement park, which is 1965. And then the modern period is actually the 1970s to current. Everything in the layout is 100% scratch built. The only thing that's bought is track, trains, and automobile, and the rail cars. So everything else is from a picture. It either did or does exist, and everything is from, like I said, a picture. They may have modified it. But we have the Psycho House, Alfred Hitchcock house. We have the Bates Motel, Natural Bridge, Kentucky, a real coal mine from Kentucky. Even in the modern city, what you'll find is the Seattle Space Needle, the Capitol from Indiana, Indianapolis. You'll have New York City subway trains, which we had a custom build because nobody makes G-scale subways. And we also have the Washington, D.C. subway station, the Metro. Each skyscraper is from a different city. So we are showing our own city, but it is real. Everything does exist in our layout, okay? That gives you some idea of what's going on here. At Coney Island, by the way, for those, I assume you went upstairs.
Yes, I did.
Coney Island, it's not the one in New York. It's Coney Island of Cincinnati. It was a picnic grove back in the 1880s. Back in the 1920s, it started adding rides and putt-putt and skee ball. And by the 40s and 50s and 60s, it was considered one of the top 25 parks in our country. They did get nervous that somebody like Disney World or Disneyland, Walt Disney, I should say, would come to Cincinnati, or Six Flags would come. And so they were nervous because, one, they got flooded by the Ohio River every year. And so they actually worked out a deal with Taft Broadcasting to open Kings Island. So Kings Island is, the island came from Coney Island. Kings came from Kingsville, Ohio. Coney Island closed and had a non-compete with large adult rides. However, a year later, they opened up the water park, made money. A year later, they opened up the park as a kiddie park without large adult rides. And all the rides were there all the way up until 2019. And so they got rid of the rides. So now it's a water park and a concert venue that still exists there. They do festivals. But Coney Island, I can remember the park very well. When I was 12, I rode the Shooting Star roller coaster 22 consecutive times in one day. So the park means a lot to me. And everything is up there is to scale, and all the rides work, except we had a cheat. There was no streetcars in 1965. They ended in 1924. The lake that we show everybody should be 6 times bigger than what it is, and the train around the lake would be 6 times bigger. And the mall where the sky ride is should be twice as wide as what we show. And we did have to remove Sunlight Pool, the water park, because we didn't have room. Otherwise, it was a working scale replica of 1965 Coney. That's up there. So
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Amazing job. What,
Yeah, very good.
let me see if you can shine your light a little bit on some of this structure so they can see it.
all metal stud structure, fire treated plywood, and non-combustible spray foam.
That is crazy. Yeah, this isn't your basement layout with wood and plywood.
And of course, the building is sprinkled. Under the table is sprinkled, but also all the pathways and tunnels, like right above us, is all sprinkled. So we'll probably drown first.
These panels are impressive.
So I have a bunch of questions, but my biggest question is, how long were you conceiving this project, to the time that you built this project?
He wants to know how long. Say it again, Jerry.
Like, how long, were you thinking about building this thing 20 years before you even started it?
How long was you thinking about building this before you started it?
First of all, I retired in 2006, so I needed to find something to do. I'm a member of the Greater Cincinnati Garden Railway Society. We have a garden railway. The president of the club wanted to know if we should build an indoor layout, and I said, sure, but who would be dumb enough to buy a building? So you are looking at the one dumb enough to buy the building. As far as I bought the building back in 2007, and in August of 2008, we opened. We had 150 volunteers build the layout. Now, I had the general contractor actually build the tables and everything in our building, but from the table up was 150 volunteers that were involved in building the actual. And we've been building it ever since. So when we opened, it was probably 1/5 or 1/4 of what we have now. So we keep adding every year more and more and more to the layout.
So this is
and there's hundreds of thousands of hours of your time.
Gotcha.
Jerry, can you hear better?
No, I hear him fine.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you fine. Yep, thank you.
Uh-oh. I took away his sound. And couldn't hear him.
I heard you both fine before, so I heard everything you said.
Okay, good. So you caught everything Don said?
Everything. It's amazing.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
He's impressed.
If you want, we can continue going out one of the other tunnels and show people the sort of the hidden cave. It's like a bat cave. You can just keep walking straight down and walk down through the door.
There we go. I'm going to let Don go ahead of us and light the way.
Yeah, it's like you're in a coal mine or something.
I don't want to knock the train off the track. Wow, this is crazy.
This is also the staircase that can get us up to this where the Coney Island display is. We have two ways up to the second floor mezzanine.
Wow, it's amazing.
Did you also take a video of the Thomas Museum?
Not yet.
You have to see that, even if you care less about Thomas. It is fabulous. It's one of the
You're breaking up here. Yeah, you're right, Dave. It is like the national. It's like the movie
I need to take
National
stairs to get a view from upstairs. Do you have enough battery?
I have 59%, and I have to plug into that. Well, after this live stream, we're going to get an actual proper video of your introduction.
Let's go this way. It's more exciting. But this way you can hit your head. I mean,
All right, sorry for all the movement, but Donna's going to take us upstairs.
So did you walk through this area already? Yeah, you did. I see the 3M.
Yeah, he brought us out the back door to this area.
Yeah.
It was an impromptu tour, so this is kind of awesome. All right, here we go.
if you would close the door behind you. Yeah. Yeah, you'll be able to make it. I want to give you both a heads up warning.
Okay.
You're going to hit your head here. You're going to hit your head here.
Okay.
There's two places you're going to hit your head.
Don't hit your head.
And I know it's going to be a little awkward, but yeah, bring it up.
Don't hit your head.
Is it tight? The door?
Is the door tight?
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, got one headshot right here. Right here. Make sure we don't hit heads. So we're coming in the back side of Coney Island.
That's what we're doing. Coney Island again. Hot air balloon just came up. A typical modern middle city, middle period rail yard with steam and diesels.
Oh, this is cool. We're getting a behind the scenes. Like here's like an inside of the mountain. You can't really see well, but
Yeah.
oh my goodness.
A lot of smart people built this layout.
I do not want to hit this roller coaster.
Wow.
So the City Stone roller coaster, Bear Thrill, the Rocket Ride, Lost River, Ski Ball, Dodgems, Penelope Whip. We have merry-go-round, the Wild Mouse, the Haunted House, and the Tumblebug.
Did you get all that, Jerry?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you go back and push I'll do it, the green button so the rides will start?
Man, that's impressive.
There's 101, but unfortunately it's nighttime. But you're going to want to get a picture of the roller coaster coming down the hill. Ready.
Ooh, that goes quick too.
Wow. It's like Hot Wheels.
Yeah, he said it's like Hot Wheels. There it goes.
Man. Is that all just gravity doing that?
Is the whole thing from this point gravity?
Yes, magnet takes it up and gravity takes it all the way around.
And the track. Wow.
It's like a plexiglass.
Yeah. Track's like a plexiglass track.
Right.
And the wheels are like real roller coaster wheels. They grab it on top and bottom.
That's cool.
And Moonlight Gardens was a big dance pavilion. And a lot of famous people play there. Thank you for doing that. Watch this.
He's going to continue us around.
It's in front of them. It is nighttime.
Watch your step there. Coming up.
And we do have 15 minutes a day and 5 minutes a night, so it's automatically changes back. But like I said, it's nighttime right now. Over here is the Alfred Hitchcock Psycho House.
Oh,
You can't see it from this angle, but that's the Bates Motel. And did you get any close-ups inside of the like the restaurants and stuff down there when you were down there?
not close-ups because on the live stream I can't zoom in and out. But when I'm going to go back through and make a regular video.
Look, I'm going to show you something.
Thanks, Dave, for the super chat.
Oh, thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate that. We'll wait for the light here. You guys can see. I don't know how much you guys can see. You can just shine it and I'll follow you.
His name's Don or Dan?
Okay, so we're going back downstairs.
Be careful. Step in there.
Okay. So we're standing behind a projector from the museum portion. We're heading out into the museum.
Trackside Mike, thanks for the super chat.
Say it again, Jerry.
Trackside Mike gave you a super chat.
Oh, I really appreciate that, Trackside Mike. Thank you very much.
So did Container Man. Thanks, Container Man.
Thank you very much, Roy.
Elwood Grill, straight ahead, where there's a sign and there's a guy that's in the restaurant cooking. He has a white coat on. I don't know if you can see it from there, but what you can see is a close-up view of what you're seeing inside. He's actually flipping pancakes in that restaurant. That gives you an idea of the actual detail inside of the building. And that reminds me of the old famous I Love Lucy shows back in the 60s with chocolate, except this is the glass manufacturing plant.
Yeah, I see the stuff like moving in there.
Yeah. It's a conveyor belt. And it's representing glass cups.
And if you have the time, I have something else to say.
He's got another thing to show us real quick.
Pappy, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
His name Don or Dan?
Yeah. It's Don.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if you can see it. There's a guy right there escaping from jail.
No, it's hard to say.
I'll have to get a zoom in on that later.
Yeah.
This coal mine is in Kentucky. It's closed.
Wow, that's pretty impressive to your left.
Underneath the arched bridge, one of the 10 hobos has actually got his pants down with a cane, squatting, going to the bathroom. Okay.
Oh man, that's funny.
Fireman on the third floor playing ping pong.
He said there's firemen on the third floor playing ping pong. I'm gonna have to come back and get zoom in shots on these things he's showing us.
Bonnie and Clyde are robbing the bank down there.
And he said
Yeah,
Bonnie and Clyde are actually robbing the bank.
Elmore said that's a man that's proud of his layout. He sure is proud of his layout. He
Oh,
should be.
sure. Should be for sure.
Iron furnace and the cook ovens. And of course the button.
It's a good thing I'm not there with you, Pappy. I'd be having too many questions for him.
Well, that would be a good thing.
There's a bear with a salmon in its mouth in the river.
As soon as the train passes, there's a bear in the river with a salmon in his mouth.
Hard to see it.
Yeah, I got to get zoom in shots. He's taking me around, showing me the little details. This is everything Thomas.
This was just added 4 weeks ago. We recarpeted the play area, and we've added a collection of Thomas toys. The Thomas characters that you're seeing right now, there's about 850 Thomas characters, along with toys, including beds, bikes, potties, everything that you can imagine, all the way up and down. One of the most intense collections.
So he's saying this is one of the most intense Thomas collections there is.
This was
Yeah.
And a lot of this was donated. That's insane.
So there's something for everybody here. Kids, adults. Yeah.
Yes.
And even if you're not into Thomas, you got to be pretty impressed by the amount of Thomas.
Because it's we have a convention
So Steven says this place has my future business, and I'll be sure to spread the word. Yeah, it's a cool place. Definitely is. I've never seen nothing like it. It's like Disneyland for train people.
There's 2 trains coming in opposite directions. They will pass each other at the station here. You can see both of them coming in.
Oh, okay. They said they've got this timed out to where both trains pass at the station at the same time.
Maybe we can, Steven. We'll see. Mr. Plummer. Steven.
What's
Plummer.
Steven saying?
He says, can we get a group rate if we have a big meet and greet there? Maybe we can.
I will ask these questions when this is done.
Yeah.
Wish they had more time to see the details. Then people are from one eye.
So, you guys have any questions for me to ask Don?
Oh my God. I'm going to refrain because I just got too many.
The switchback that you're looking at, I'm not sure where the train is at currently, but when the train goes up the switchback, it has no logs. When it comes down the switchback, it has logs. There's 2 trains or 3 trains on every track. Okay?
Wow.
So he's somewhere out there now.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Now you got Shays and Climaxes in this area, right?
Yes.
So Daryl had a question about the track. Daryl, post your question, please, back in chat. So my only question is, volunteers built all the structures, houses and everything.
So, they're wanting to know, was it volunteers that built all the structures?
Yes.
Just and
All volunteers. Everything from the table up was volunteer.
everything from the table up was volunteer.
Okay. So
Over 15 years now.
Daryl asked if there's a specific type or brand of track that you used.
At the time, we used Aristocrat, which of course out of business now. We've had to replace all the track one time in 14 years. So we did also try stainless steel on the modern period, but we've stuck with brass because of conductivity. But it does, the stainless steel will wear out the wheels faster than brass. So we're sticking with brass, but most of it was Aristocrat. And we also bought some brass from Heartland. And so some of the brass rails also are Heartland's rail.
Is there any other questions, Jerry?
Yeah, how long to dust the layout?
How long does it take to dust the layout?
We do it 100% yearly, once a year, section at a time. And about every week, we'll do sections of it about 10 feet in from the plexiglass. The plexiglass gets cleaned daily, but inside about the first 10 feet, we will work on sections of it on an ongoing basis. We do weather everything so that the dust doesn't show up unless some goofball touches it, and then we have to then clean it. But basically, the dust is hidden usually because of weathering, and on the grass and dirt, about once a year, we'll add fresh grass or fresh dirt over the dust and hide the dust that way.
That's smart. What kind of shay are you running?
What kind of shay are you running?
Honestly, do not know. I'd have to ask Larry or Paul, one of the people here.
Are you referring to the company that made the shay? Because there's only a few models of shays.
Probably, I'm going to guess Bachman. We did have some Heartland product. Heartland and Bachman would be my best guesses.
So, Crooked Dave wants to know, is it hand laid? I don't know what he's referring to. I guess the track?
He said that the track was purchased, not hand laid.
Yeah, they're 5-foot sections.
5-foot sections.
How often do you have to clean the track?
We never clean the track. We put graphite and a little bit of oil on a couple of wheels of one of the trains, let it run the graphite and through the track. So we actually make the track dirty. When you're inside of the mountain, and you'll see that the plywood around the track is very black.
So someone said Al wants to know, who came up with the layout?
Who came up with the design for the layout?
It was a committee. The president of the Garden Railway Club, Larry Kale, probably along with 6 volunteers, including one that was an architect, spent 6 months meeting once a week, developing a CAD drawing of the actual track plan. And back in the corner of the modern city, there's a trophy case that shows the actual track plan that you can take a video of and show.
Okay. Is that all?
I think so. Any more questions? I'm sure there's a ton more, but yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Okay.
Amazing.
Is there any other section of this that you wanted to see before we end the stream? Anything for you, Jerry?
No.
All right. Well, I will go someplace a little more quiet. I'll end the stream. Thank you all, guys, and then I'll get back with Don, and we'll video a better video to post. So let me take a walk here. So basically, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go around making video sections that I can make a separate video with
and edit together.
Yes, and if
Some close-ups you'll really want
yeah, and I can't do that on here.
to see detail.
So I guess one last thing to ask of you is when I'm ready to do that, I would just want to interview you what you said before on a regular video, and that's it. I mean, you wouldn't have to take me underneath and all that again. Just,
Okay.
just like
Hi, Don. How you doing?
just like what you said in the very beginning when we met.
Yeah.
On who you are and what it is.
So Al Moore had a question. He bought the building. Does he own the layout? I would guess he owns the layout.
One guy asked, you bought the building, do you own the layout?
What's the question?
He said, you bought the building and you own the layout, correct? Yes.
Owns it all. It's his.
Yes, it's his. He owns it all.
That trestle that you just went on there is pretty much the most impressive trestle I've ever seen.
Bridge here took 6 months to build.
Okay, is this
That's
high
impressive.
bridge?
I don't know where it's from.
So you said this took 6 months to build.
Yeah.
The gentleman
That's
that lives in Dayton, Ohio, that built it.
Wow.
So a guy that lives in Dayton, Ohio built this and took 6 months to build.
Yeah. Did he build it off site and bring it together or bring it in parts?
Did he build it off site
Yes.
and bring it here?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow. It's awesome.
Bob Mott. Bob Mott was the guy who built it.
Bob
I'm gonna
Mott
guess-
is the
This is probably a 7-hour ride for me, and I would come see this place.
That's saying a lot for you, Jerry.
Yeah,
Jerry
so
lives about 7 hours from here, and he would definitely make the trip to come see
Well,
this.
Jerry, we actually had a customer that came to Cincinnati from California, and they wanted to come here, and they didn't have the time. It ran out. So this family goes back to California. A week later, they said, no, I want to see it. They flew from California to Cincinnati, came and spent the day here, and then flew back to California. So that's probably one of my all-time farthest distance, just to see our layout.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's awesome. Amazing.
Okay, you said Bob
Mott.
Bob Mott. Okay, Heath is asking, is that the same builder that does the Bronx Botanical Garden Holiday Show?
No.
No. No to your question, Heath. Okay.
Container Man said, imagine an N scale layout instead of that G scale. No, I couldn't, because the G scale is just it's so real. It's so big. N scale, you would never see most of this stuff. No, I wouldn't. I'm an N scaler, and I wouldn't want to see this in N scale.
Okay, I'm going to actually wrap this up, and I'll just get back with you for a quick interview.
Okay. And I wanted to show you the Marble Museum.
Oh, okay. Oh, you want to do it on this live?
It's up to you.
Okay. He's going to take us over to the Marble Museum real quick before I end the stream. He wants to show us the marvelous marble case.
Just when you thought you've seen everything, now there's a marble museum. This place is amazing. Yeah, it's amazing.
Today we're having a doll show, so and say the pink.
No, what I wanted to let them know is that normally when you come in, today we're having a big, large doll show. So the whole room is now being turned into a convention. But normally it's not, it's mostly train. On the far wall that you can obviously see That's only a small portion of the Marble Museum. And the collection is one of the most extensive marble collections in the world. It has a value basically of about $700,000, their collection, including games, marble from the 8th century, games from the 1800s.
Yeah,
We have very rare marbles. And like I said, I know you can't see very well from there because of the dolls, but that's also included the marbles. And
So that back wall is always here.
yes.
Okay.
And let's go further.
Is the Neil Young traveling layout here? Oh, yes. Yes. We're going to get to see the Neil Young traveling layout.
Yeah, marbles, Container Man, marbles. Yeah, you know, you played with marbles as a kid. Marbles. People collect them.
Here it is, fellas.
It's not on right now because of the convention, but you can walk around it and take a video of it.
So this is Neil Young traveling layout.
Yes, it was made for him for the 1997 concert tour, Ford, and he took this, set up a tent at all his concert venues for that year, and this was what was in the tent.
And how did you come to acquire it?
A friend of mine was good friends of Neil Young's, and he donated it to us for this purpose.
And it is all in Lionel scale?
Yes.
Okay. Say it again, Jerry.
Pretty awesome.
Okay.
By the way, this is from Neil Young's ranch. Oh, it does run. Okay.
Ah.
Wow.
That driftwood or whatever, that came from his actual ranch. That is from his ranch in California.
So this mountain is made of driftwood from Neil Young's actual ranch in California. So there's a mountain of driftwood.
It's Lionel scale. O scale?
So it's 3 rail, O scale, Lionel. And the lighting is a little different because of the dog show, but
Doll show.
yeah, DOLL is going on. See all the pink girly stuff out there?
Yeah.
See, I didn't have access to this because of the dog show. It was a separate price to get into that. So Don has given us access to it.
That's pretty cool. Thank you, Don.
They're saying thank you, Don.
See you, Mr. Plumber. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, Plumber, thank you. I really appreciate you stopping by.
That's pretty neat.
Especially if you're a little kid. Get that view.
You have good reception here.
Oh, good.
Figures.
Yeah. Oh,
It was
awesome.
very nice of him to show you around, though.
They're saying they appreciate you showing us around. Now he's going to take us into the workshop.
Holy cow. Just when I thought
Yes.
it couldn't get any better.
So he's going to take us.
Now you're going to the place I want to see.
Yes. Don, my co-host, is very excited because this is right up his alley.
Wow.
Bum, bum, bum. Holy smokes.
Now, this is
Wow.
where all the tools and equipment are, but the workshop is in here.
That's
Normally, you
my
can
place,
get-
man. I'd be right at home right there.
Normally you can see this, but because of our convention, this is now filled with all the stuff that normally goes out there. So
Oh,
what
okay.
you see in all these displays, that's supposed to be out there. And
So since the doll show is going on, a lot of this stuff would be in that room that the doll show was in.
Right.
this is the actual volunteers workshop where they can work on projects. I have ladies that paint every person and make every tree over here.
So this is where a lady makes the trees at.
Trees and people.
Trees and people.
And then desks for different people and benches for different people. This is the electronics people.
Wow. And you said all this is volunteer?
Yes. We do have two paid full-time people, one for programming and one for train maintenance. So we have two full-time paid staff people.
This is where the magic happens.
Yeah.
I see that now.
Thank God it's G scale and you can paint them people easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't see this being in HO or N scale. I just, you would lose so much.
Okay, so some, like I said, some of these cases are supposed to be out in that room. So these are dioramas, but they moved them back here to make room for the doll convention.
The whole building is 80,000 square feet, right? But the layout is 25,000 square feet.
So how big is the entire building?
The building is 80,000 square feet. The layout is 25,000 square feet, which actually is a little larger than the Guinness World Book of Record Miniature Wonderland in Germany. They're 24,000 square feet of HO. This is 25,000 square feet of G, which in square footage is larger, but of course everything else. Miniature Wonderland is much bigger in track, wires, computers, everything else. It's unbelievable. So in comparison, it's about the same square footage, but we're cheating by using large G-scale trains.
Well, that answered your Wonderland question, Jerry.
Well, it was Heath had that question, not me.
Oh, okay. Now, I think Heath was asking about Northlands, wasn't he?
He was asking about both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is where the people and trees are made. So you can see the scale reference. That's my index finger.
Right.
So yeah,
it's a more manageable scale to do detail with.
I just can't believe this is all volunteer work.
I can't either. But they must love what they're doing.
Yes.
They have a lot of volunteers. So, I mean, you volunteer an hour or 20 minutes and, it's not like you're there every day. But I'm sure some people are.
See, that's what he said too. A lot of the models are based on actual things. And there's some picture references to some log cabins back there.
Right. And I don't see like 3D printers or nothing. So it's all scratch built from something, cardstock or wood or
balsa. Yeah, he said it's all scratch built. All right, now is this a model of an actual place?
It's Mount Adams Incline. There were 7 inclines in Cincinnati. It's done in HO scale. It's a replica of Mount Adams, and it would be approximately showing you what it looked like in the late 30s or early 40s. But it's exactly a working replica. Well, it's not a working replica, but a static replica of how it looked in that era.
No, Heath has a question. Do they have relationships with other big layout owners like Northlands and Choo Choo Barn?
Okay, I'll ask here. One second. This is cool.
What scale is that? G?
This one
Or
is HO scale
HO
of
scale?
of the incline that used to be here in Cincinnati.
That's pretty awesome.
It's just a static display, not a working display.
Right.
But still, HO. I mean, look at the detail.
Yeah, there's some awesome detail there.
Okay. We have a question.
Yes.
Do you have any working relationships with any owners of other layouts like Choo Choo Barn or Northlands in New Jersey?
There was a gentleman, I forget his name offhand, who every once in a while emails us and sort of semi-connects us with news or what's happening. It's Ken something, I think. So I occasionally get emails. No, I do not know the owner of Northlands or the owner of any of the Pennsylvania trains. I have talked to the I guess directors or managers of the San Diego Railroad Museum, Werther's Museum. I know them, but I don't know. I actually used to go to Roadside America, which now is gone and belly up. And all sold.
Yeah.
So I occasionally get emails. I went to Miniature Wonderland four or 5 years ago. I was over in Germany and Switzerland, and I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah, 150 volunteers, right?
150 volunteers. We still have, after 15 years, we still have about 15 volunteers that still come in 1 or 2 days a week for maintenance, building new stuff, repairs, and adding occasional extra buildings. Where the drive-in theater was, if you got to see it in the view, right behind it there's a tram, and it's going up to the top of a mountain. The tram and everything on the top of the mountain was just added about 5 months ago. Cool. So, I mean, it keeps being added and added.
So you're adding to the layout, yeah.
Yes, constantly.
That's cool.
All right, so do we have any last questions for Don? I see crickets.
Carol wants to know operating costs. Maybe he might not want to answer that, but
if you want to answer,
what's the question?
If you want to answer a question of the operating costs,
the startup or like monthly?
Maybe the daily, monthly, yeah. If you want to answer that.
Well, I mean, it's easy. It's probably public knowledge. To start up and everything that you see, we have a fun house and 2 rides outdoors, and what you've seen in the video, the building and everything to get to this point was $10 million.
Ooh.
Okay, so that makes it pretty simple.
Yeah, and I do see this question. Heath wants to know, when he retires, can he come and sleep under the layout and help with trains every day?
Yes. But there's no shower here.
No shower, Heath. Okay, well, that was great.
Well,
Don, I thank you
taking us around. Yeah.
Jerry and I definitely appreciate you showing us around and all the wonderful things you have here and underneath the layout, and taking the time to, yes, show everybody what you got here. Greatly appreciate it.
No problem.
And he says he don't need a shower. Okay, well, I'm going to end this stream. I'll switch cameras here. And a lot of people are saying thanks, Don.
Yeah, thank you very much. Can't wait to come there in person.
Whoo, that was fun.
That was awesome, man.
Yes, it
better than
was.
I thought it would ever be. I'm
Get
sure
a
you did
background
too.
here. All right, I'm going to switch Jerry up here again.
Oh, you don't have to. You can keep me over there.
That's all right. Jerry, I greatly appreciate you facilitating the chat and questions.
I appreciate you doing it, and I'm sure
I didn't know
everybody
it
in
turned
chat
out.
knows. Yeah, I didn't know it would turn out as good as it did.
Yeah.
Even though you couldn't, it was kind of blurry, but it was still great. It's still.
I'll when I cut this off, I'll go around and make an actual maybe 10, 15-minute video of some of the close-ups that Don pointed out and see what we missed. He says I need to bring a pointer.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate y'all being in the live stream, and I'm glad it turned out the way it did, and I'm glad it went as long as it did. But
yeah, 2 hours. Thanks everybody for hanging in there through the
yes, thank you.
rough parts. But,
so I'll like I said, I'll get with Don here. We'll get a quick interview on video, and then we'll hit some of the points that he pointed out, and I'll post that up later. And then once again, Jerry, really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Problem. Thanks, Pappy. Thanks for doing it.
All right. All right. Until next time, like, share, subscribe. Don't cost nothing. Hit that button. Happy out.
See you guys. See you, everybody.